Hey traders, welcome to today's market update plus also educational video. In today's video, I'm going to be covering the S&P, the Nasdaq, also silver and gold as well too, the mining stocks, becoming mainly the gold mining stocks in this video. Be covering Apple as well too, Bitcoin, XRP, and probably some other stuff that I'll fill in as I continue this video. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, so let's get straight into the markets and what's going on right now. Now the first thing we're going to be looking at is the Dow Jones. Okay, the Dow Jones is, we've had a very nice rally. Nice move up, pull back, nice move up, pull back, and now we're having a bit of a move up from here. The hard thing about where we are right now in the markets and overall is just where we're at right now. If we start to get a bit of a rollover where we are right now, you can see how, if I bring up the last, say, 3 months worth of data, if I bring up my trend line, you can see how this was the previous sort of resistance back here. Now we've broken up and now we're pretty much doing nothing where we are right now. If we do get to see a solid close below this level through here, like a solid close below, this whole thing here would be one sort of false breakout to the upside. And I say it's a false breakout because this was resistance. It broke above that resistance, held, and then broke back down. As you know, most of the time when we do get a break above and it holds, the market's likely to continue, at least for the short term anyway. So you can see how the markets ran up and then it's pretty much done nothing above here. So if we do start to see, I'm not saying it's going to happen, but if we do start to see a move down, then it's going to be really interesting to see what actually happens with that. We can see how that this is the Dow Jones through here. Now, if we do start to roll over, I'm sensing a bit of weakness where we are right now in the market. So a bit of a pullback here. I'm expecting to see sometime soon a 5 or 6% correction out of the markets, and then the buyers come back in hard and then bring this back up, bring the market up real hard from there. So that's what I'm seeing there on the Dow Jones. On the S&P 500, we can sort of see the same sort of thing, but we've got this trend line coming up, and you notice how it broke back below, and now it's been rallying up, and we're still struggling to get above this sort of level through here. Now there's two levels here that I'm focusing on the S&P. Once again, I am starting to see a bit of weakness in the S&P. So if we do start to get a few down candles, a few red candles, that's going to increase the momentum on the weakness that I'm starting to see right now, and probably that pullback is like it happens. So there's two different levels here that I'm looking at. The first level is this very short term one. As you can see, that's very short term up through there. You can see how the market actually, from there through to there. So that's the first level I'm looking at. And the second level I'm looking at is probably this level through here. As you can see, right, we did break up back. We did go sideways. We had a nice little up candle. We did follow through just a little bit. Now we're holding through here. So if we break back below this 3,340 level, then we're probably likely to start to see a pretty decent move on the downside through there. So that's what I'm seeing through there on the S&P 500, guys. And sort of the same sort of thing for the Nasdaq as well too. If I bring up the Nasdaq, you can see the Nasdaq has had this sort of trend line through here. And once again, we've got this sort of bit of a shorter term trend line coming up through there somewhere. And you can see how it's rallied up, and we've continued to rally up quite nicely. But once again, if we start to break back below these levels through here, then we're probably likely to start to see a bit of a move to the downside by looking at there. Again, I'm seeing, even though we had this rally, I'm sensing that where we are right now, I'm seeing that where we are here and where we were here, this level here was actually a lot more stronger because the buyers are still holding strong, and I was seeing a lot of buying still holding strong here. But now we've rallied up. There's a lot more weakness in the markets here than there is here, and this rallied up through here. And the reason why I'm saying that is because I'm sensing it from a volume perspective. Okay, if you look back here, we had quite nice volume. Now we're rallying up. We're not really rallying up on much volume through there on the QQQ, same sort of thing, right? So that's what I mean by bit of weakness. So if we do start to turn down from here on the stock market perspective, then we're probably likely to start to see. We're probably likely to. It may not happen, but I'm hoping we actually see a 5 or 6 or 7% pullback. Because if we do, then you better believe I'm going to be buying the crap out of the QQQ, or even the SPY. And what I mean by that is buying long dated options. So for me personally, let me see. I'm just going to bring this into. I'm just going to talk. Let me just move this over here. All right, so this is the options. This is the options tab here. Okay, so what I will be doing is I'm waiting for a very, very, very big dip. I really want to see a good 5 or 6% correction dip, and then I'll be taking probably a portion of one of my accounts. I have two different types of accounts. I have one account that's more for long-term stuff. I've got silver and gold in those things, some gold mining stocks and stuff like that. That's long-term. That's like 2 years worth of, I'm have a 2-year view with that, at least a 2-year view with that. And then I also have some of that account there waiting for things like long-term SLV, long-term stock market, and also long-term just individual stock trades. Now, what I mean by long-term is that if I bring up, we can see through here, I'm just going to bring up, say, the call options only through here. Okay, as you can see. And if we can see that, we're looking at these call options, right? And this is like the March 15 where we are right now. If we have a look at that, what I would do is I would go out and I would buy as much time as possible, right? So I'm going to go out to here to as much time as possible. And then these are the options I'll be looking at buying once we get a pretty big dip. Because once we get the big dip, then I'll be looking to buy that. And the option that I'll be looking to buy from this perspective here, it just depends on where you're at risk perspective. If you get a 5 or 6% dip, then say at the money or just in the money is always the safer option. But what I'll be doing is I'll be buying out of the money options, and I'll be using the delta here. And the delta, say for example, right now I can see the delta around 280 to 275. The delta has a 0.3 and a 0.29 through there. So they're probably very close to the delta that I would buy from there. And now, once again, guys, I wouldn't have as much of a position through there. If I wanted to load up on a full position, which is quite a bit of money, I would wait for the market to dip 5 or 6, or even if we can get a 7% correction, that'd be even better. And then I'd buy pretty much at or first in the money, and then just let that thing go. If I want to halve my position, where I'm going to have a lot more risk on that trade because no one knows what's going to happen, then I'll go out of the money options through here. Makes sense? So if I'm out of the money options here, I'm pretty much guaranteed that if the market goes belly up, I'm going to lose probably 50 to 60% by the time I get out of that trade. If I'm in the money options, I can get out with a much smaller loss. So that's what I mean by that there. We can see that this is the QQQs, but same with the SPY as well too. So SPY we got December 22. If you didn't want to do that, you could even just go to the January 22, which still gives you a good couple of years, almost a good couple of years worth of time in these here. So once again, I would look for either first or second in the money, or if I wanted to say halve my position, not have as much money in the markets, but still get the potential upside, I would go down to the delta of 0.3. And this is what I'm looking at here, say the delta 0.3 here. And as you can see here, it's basically, it'll cost you around, what's that? Say around $1,000 per, let me just double check that. Yeah, so around about $1,000 per contract would be that there. So, if I saw this here and I saw, so that's what I'm saying through there, right? Now this is a much more riskier trade, because if it doesn't continue up, then I'm pretty much going to lose 50%, probably even close to 100% of those options, because they're way out of the money. In the money options are much better in the markets as well too. So that's what I mean by longer term trades, right? They're the sort of positions that I've got in Same with the other markets that I'm trading long term. I'm either got long dated options, so this is here, just buying as much time as possible and then just letting it go, or I've actually just simply just got the actual stock, say for example SLV, GOD, and stuff like that as well too. So that's what I mean by buying long term. And when I say about I'm looking for a long term dip and then buying it, and then long term I'm looking for a move up. If I do get in a position like that, guys, you must understand that there's two different types of scenarios with that there, okay? Or two different types of sort of way that a trader is looking for a really good time to get in, all right? I have a trading system I follow. My investing type of trades that I have is I'm buying, and I'm not trying to buy the exact low. I'm not trying to buy or anything like that. I'm just trying to get in at a good time after a good dip, and knowing that over the next couple of years we're likely to rip quite hard. It may continue down another, I may get in at 6% pullback and then it continues down 10% pullback. I don't care. Didn't see what I'm saying with that? That's more of a longer term perspective, because I really do believe that this thing is likely to continue up a lot more over the next 2, 3, 4 years, until the Fed starts to raise those interest rates again. So that's what I'm looking at there when it comes to the stock market itself. Now let's have a look at silver and gold. And the silver and gold is actually still pretty much really lackluster, right? We're not really getting much out of this gold. Look at this gold chart here, just pretty much just sideways, right? Really not much going on. We've got a bit of a slight higher low to this higher low through here, so we're getting this sort of squeezing action through there, as you can see. And we're getting this sort of level through here, so we are squeezing up. We did rally up, and it did come back down, and we did hold this high through here. So this low through here is a higher low compared to this low here. So the buyers are kicking in a little bit here. We are squeezing up into this bit of a triangle pattern, so it might just be that time. And what I mean by that is that we actually do get a break up and out, and once we do see that, we're probably likely to start to see a nice move up. Moving on through to silver and gold as well too, same sort of thing. If I'm looking at the markets through there, if I bring up my trend line just a little bit more from there to there, let me squeeze my chart up a bit more. All right, so I'm just trying to get the exact high or low through there. So that's that point through there. We can see how we had this point, we had this pullback. Now we've had this rally up. If I bring up again my next 3 months worth of data, I can still see overall that we're definitely stuck in this level through here. Look at this here. We're stuck in that level through there. We're in this bit of a downward movement, but look at all this major level of support through here. So around that 1750 is a definite major level of support or resistance. Now that 1750 has been a level, if I go to my weekly chart, has been a level that has been just quite significant, as you can see around this level through here, and especially even up to as high as around that $19 level. So these whole levels really from there through there are definitely those levels that you want to keep an eye on for. And what I mean by keep an eye on for with those is you can see how we're pulled back through here. So once we break, or if we do break up out of silver, very short term, probably likely to run to around the $19 level there. If we do break that level there, looking at this weekly chart, then as you can see, right, that this is probably likely to run to 20, and then this thing is about to take on some serious moves over the next couple of years, I believe. But that being said, guys, we just don't know, right? So we could actually just get a breakdown from here. But looking at that, once again, looking at the last sort of couple of months, last sort of 3-4 months, we can see that we had a sideways, a breakdown, false breakout, rally up, and it's just what the market does so much, doesn't it? At this sort of when it breaks down, guys, if you ever see this, all right, if you ever see this type of action, when the market's heading down, it goes sideways, and we have a bit of a flush down, and it's getting people short, and then we rally right back up. This is a false breakout to the downside, and that's what the market does so much. And if you start to notice this is a bit of a false breakout, then we're likely to start to see a move up, right? This happens so much in the markets. So that's what we're seeing through there, right? So we may get this, we may start to see this bit of a break up and out of this level through here. Again, the last sort of level coming back down through to here, and we're squeezing right up into this triangle pattern. And as you can see, right, if I squeeze my level up, where not only are we squeezing up at this level, but look at this massive triangle pattern coming into play right now. It's really, really, really interesting. So something's about to happen with silver and gold soon. And it's really interesting to see what's happening with silver and gold right now. And we may be potentially getting ready for some sort of a pullback. And it seems like that may go in sync with each other. We may get some sort of a pullback in the stock market, and then silver and gold looks like it may be starting to break out there. So it'll be really interesting, guys. If we do start to break up and out of this level through here, then I see a rise from there. Same for the SLV as well too, right? The SLV, if I take that off the screen, man, we've had the SLV, right, has had a major resistance through there. Pretty crazy on the SLV, right? Look at this here. It looks a bit different than the actual silver market itself. Silver is obviously a little bit more clearer when it comes to that. Moving over now to the actual silver, the gold mining stocks. We can see that what's happening through here is pretty much one. It's very, very, very messy, right? Look how messy this chart is. Lots of gaps and stuff like that. So we had this move up, move down, move up, and then a move down, and then a sideways movement where we are right now. So my goodness, where's this thing going to break? Because we're about to break somewhere, right? We have this significant level of support down through to here. We have this resistance level coming down through to here. My goodness, guys, if we start to see an up move with an increase in volume, that could be the next start of the next move up. And same for the GDXJ as well too. The GDXJ is actually a lot more, as you can see, right, it's a lot more up here than, say, the GDXJ. Look at the GDXJ is pretty much sideways, nowhere near its resistance level. This is the GDX. The GDXJ, right? Look at the GDXJ, just holding very, 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 very strong through here. We have that resistance level through there. We have this level coming back down through to here, as you can see, somewhere through there. And we definitely do have, is that level through there? Pretty much this level through here, right? Or was it this level? As you can see, right, I'm just drawing trend lines to try to find the most relevant one. Where we are right now, it's probably this level through here. And I'd probably bring that up just a little bit more from there to there, around that level. So as you can see, right, we're doing the same sort of things, compressing up. We are squeezing up in this level through here. So it'd be really interesting to see where we actually break from this GDX and GDXJ. Exciting times, exciting times when it comes to silver and gold and the mining stocks. And just remember, guys, if you are trying to place a position in silver and gold and you're looking at buying options, the worst mistake you can do is buy a couple of months worth of time because they're the cheaper ones. Do not do that. Give yourself time, right? So I have positions in, say, for example, SLV. I have positions in SLV right now. I have one SLV is I bought like a couple of years worth of time, and the other one I have like at least 6 months worth of time, right? And that's still probably making me a bit nervous because I don't have enough time there, right? We know we're likely to see a rise over the next couple of years with silver and gold, but we never know when we're likely to get that really big crack for a few months. So buying enough time just allows you to be in the markets and wait for that thing to happen, because when it happens, you won't be able, then people are saying, oh my goodness, where did this thing come from? Again, especially like with the SLV as well too. SLV starts to break this $17 level, guys. We have a pretty quick and pretty sharp move up to that 1950 level, which is probably likely to happen. Now that may take a couple of months from there. So that's what I'm looking at there, guys, when it comes to the mining stocks there. Now, moving on through to Apple, I want to share something with Apple here, because I am definitely seeing, if I bring up my short-term view here, guys, my very, 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 very short-term view through here. As you can see, right, we had a big move up, bit of a weakness in a sideways period through here, and then we actually started to see this market, you know, no, we haven't seen yet, but if we do start to see start to see some movement on the downside, then this is probably likely to start to see, I'm seeing a lot more weakness in this level through here once again. Like I'm seeing that, so like for example, I'm seeing that this level through here and this level through here is actually higher, right? This is sort of higher high. But this level through here, there's a lot more strength in the markets and than there was here, right? There's actually a lot more weakness in the market. There's not a lot of buying pressure. And I'm looking at the volume for that, by the way. Look at that low volume where we are right now. And look at where this here. And look at all this increase in volume through here. So that's what I'm looking at. Look at the volume tapering off. and we're rallying up. So that's telling me that be careful, guys, because if we do start to roll over from here, we're likely to see a pretty decent pullback, especially Apple. Apple's just been going absolutely nuts when it comes to that. So really, really, really interesting stuff through there, guys. And also last but not least, guys, when it comes to the actual Bitcoin and stuff like that, let me go here. Look at this Bitcoin chart. I've been watching Bitcoin actually today, and it just, look at that there. Look what happened. Look what happened just recently, right? Beautiful, beautiful trend line where we are right there. Came down. Look what happened just recently. Came all the way down. This is a daily chart. If I go to my hourly chart, you'll be able to see it a bit more closer. Look what happened here. It came right back down to this level of support, and then it bounces off. People say that technical analysis don't work, then what the hell is that? Right? If I go to my 15-minute chart, look at this here. Very big, massive rejection, right? Came down, massive reversal candle, and then look what's been happening recently. Just, oh, I love those type of reversal candles where the market's been coming down through here and it has a big flush down towards the major level of support, then gives you the reversal candle. And look what's been happening ever since. Man, I wish I saw that. I would have actually traded that one, but I just didn't. And look what's happening with Bitcoin just recently. We're starting to move back up again. So I believe Bitcoin's likely to continue up from here. Very, very, very nice movement through. Very nice pullback. So it's looking really, really, really good and really helpful, healthy where we are right now. And the same for that weekly chart, right? That weekly chart is definitely moving up on the upside quite well. Man, I definitely start to see that Bitcoin's really, there's a bit of a buying activity when it comes to Bitcoin right now, and things are really, really, really heating up right now in Bitcoin. So yeah, if we do break this level through here, we're having a bit of resistance where we are right now. Bearish reversal followed by a continuation of the trend. Don't take reversals, take trend continuations. You'll do much better. So we do have resistance through there, guys. Once we actually start to break that level, then I definitely do see there's a major level of back up here, right around that 12,000 level where we raced to just recently. So that's what I'm seeing through there when it comes to to Bitcoin. If I have a look at XRP didn't quite get down to the trend line. If I bring up my weekly chart, same sort of thing, right? But the weekly chart has actually ran up and it's made some sort of higher high. This high, we've had a very strong move down. We've had a very strong move up. So that tells me this could be some sort of V bottom in XRP. I'm not saying that's not going to continue to have a bit of a pullback here, but if we do get some sort of a pullback through here, it's probably likely to be short-lived overall, because this is probably likely to be some sort of V bottom type of action. Strong move down, strong move up. This is bottoming action in markets, okay? Normally what you get if it's a continuation is that you'll get a strong move down, a very weak move back, and your continuation. If you get a strong move down and a strong move up, this is what's called a V bottom in the markets. So by looking at that weekly chart, we can actually start to see that we are starting to see that through there. So even if we do get a bit of a pullback through here, XRP has a very, very, very big support level around that sort of 24 cents level. And if we did end up getting down to that level there, around that sort of 25, 24 cents level, then I'd be very, very, very inclined to actually buy it and just hold it for a couple of years. So I'm actually I'm starting to get well inclined when it comes to Bitcoin and stuff like that. Now, once again, guys, I have two different types of forms of when I'm in the markets. If I did XRP, if I did that, it'll be long term, right? I'm just going to buy it and just let it go, right? Accept the risk. If I'm trading, then I always make sure that I'm trading based on my system and the way that I actually trade the markets, okay? And plus I'm trading when I'm doing my investing, I'm using my skills and my knowledge based on what's happening right now and what the charts are telling me overall long term as well too. And what the charts are telling me right now long term is that it looks like we're starting to get some sort of bit of a bottoming action through there. If we have a look at that as well, yeah, look at that. We start to break out. What was that? What was happening there? Look at that there. Resistance. Once we broke up, we had a big move up to that resistance line. So quite fascinating. So that's what I wanted to share with you there, guys. XRP, Bitcoin as well too. Also, guys, as you know, that my coaching program is closed right now, but the 20th of this month, which is 20th of February, it's actually my birthday. So what I'm going to be doing for one person only is on that date, I'm going to be releasing a video. And on that date is I'm going to be releasing, I'm going to give you the details to email me. And I'm going to be giving one person 70% off my entire weekly private coaching program. That's 70% off for one person only. So if you want to get access to that, I will be releasing a video. So that'll be like the 19th for people in America. So, or is it? Yeah, it's the 20th here in Australia. Okay. So I'll be releasing a video and I'll be giving you instructions. So for the first person to email me, I'll be giving you an email. The first person to email me gets the 70% off. So keep an eye out for that. It's on the 20th of December. The 20th of February, which is this month, and then I'll give you all the details. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll speak to you soon. Hey traders, John Howell here. Thanks for watching my video. For a limited time only, I am giving away free access to my brand new trading course. I've put all my most powerful systems, strategies, and trading techniques that I've learned over the last 15 years and put it in this course, and I'm giving it away for free for a limited time. So you're in this brand new Go to the Markets by the Balls trading course, and you can get it when you go to johnsfreegift.com. You're going to learn, firstly, you're going to get access to a brand new training course for 90 minutes, and you're going to learn all the details step by step to my #1 trading system with over a 90% success rate that works on any market and any time frame. You're also going to learn 3 powerful chart reading and trading techniques. You're also going to learn 2 more powerful trading systems, and also you're going to learn 7-figure trading secrets, mindset techniques, and so much more. There's top 13 mistakes you're going to learn, the 10K per month formula, and so much more. No, this is not a get rich quick scheme, but if you are struggling with your trading right now and you need help, then for a limited time, you can get free access to this. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now, or click on the very first thing in the description, because for a limited time, I'm giving away. So go to johnsfreegift.com right now and start getting access to this full complete trading course, plus also the free training with my #1 trading system with over 90% success rate. Go do that right now, and I'll see you on the next page.